Hey everyone, welcome to another transformation video. We're of course going to cover here the masterpiece MP-56 Trailbreaker. Go from truck to robot and back because he is packaged in truck mode. And so yeah, he's actually not too complicated actually. So for the most part, first thing you want to do is slide the bumper and grill down like that, and then open the hood. So open the hood like this, and then go ahead and flip the mirrors in like that, and then go ahead and close the hood back up. Make sure to close it all the way up at the back too, and slide that back up. So now back here, what you want to do is here you want to take this and untab the back piece of the canopy and just move that up like that. And then over here you want to untab the sides of the truck bed at the tail lights like that and like that. And this gives you the ability to get all this assembly down and out of the truck, I guess. Although sometimes it catches weird. Yeah, there you go. And then pull that out and turn it around like that. Now up here you want to go ahead and do is bring those up like that. Just get that done right now. Now down here at the feet and stuff, what you want to do is, you know, figure out with the orientation of everything. Down here you want to get the toes flipped out like so, and then bring the feet down like that. Just let you get in here and bring these little gray pieces forward and click those into place like so. Like that. Click that into place. Over here you want to untab the wheels and just bring them out like that. And then bring these panels, you want to untab them and bring them back like this. And then you can go ahead and slide these panels, this whole assembly, there's a slider. You want to slide them both down. Sometimes they get a little stuck. Yeah, make sure it clicks, at least goes far enough. So, and then take the wheels here and put them inside the leg, that, and then close this panel back up and tab that back in right there. And then bring these panels down and they'll tab into the side like that. That down, back that down and tab those in. One side seems to tab in harder than the other. There. That. Just bring those and tab those in. Now, down here you want to go ahead and bring the feet back up. And back here you want to take these and unfold the heels like so. Then you can go ahead and split the legs and rotate them here at the red piece. And make sure to rotate inward like this and not outward. There is a limiter right there. Won't let you rotate the other way. So there you go. That's the legs pretty much done. We can't really stand them up yet because, well, this is all done there. But now up here at the truck body, what you want to do is unpeg the door. There's a little peg right here. You want to unpeg those and extend those out. You know, just slide them back like this. Bring them out and then go ahead and on this there's a hinge right here. Rotate them like this hinge. Close up the window like that, and then fold this in right here. So this is on the outside of the fender. Rotate it inward like this, and then bring this around. This right here, this little long tab thing, and there's a little notch right here, the little slot right in there. And you want to go ahead and bring this in and get that little that long tab into that notch, like that. So, same thing on this side. Unpeg the door, extend it out, rotate it up, fold the window in. This is all going to start coming undone while you're doing this because there's nothing holding it there anymore. Then rotate it like this, rotate it inward, and then bring it around, and again that tab into that little slot. Like that. Now, back here, go ahead and fold this in and fold this in. Go ahead and raise this whole canopy up. There's like multiple hinges inside right here. You want to raise this up on this hinge right there. There's a hinge. You can see it. Hopefully, you can see. There we go. There's a hinge right there. See that? Yeah, I want to bring that up like there, like this. Let's get that out of the way for now. And then what you want to do is kind of flatten this part out a bit, and it's going to be a little tricky. And for now, just kind of leave it loose. See, that can happen sometimes on mine. Which is this corrects a pop off sometimes during transformation if I'm not paying attention. Slides around and pops off real easily. A little annoying that. Let me try. So, let's see what it was like, right? Yeah, so bring this all back. That's what I like to do. Is this bit brought back. And then right here, this gun right here, you want to go ahead and slide this outward. It's right here in this bit right here, there's a slider. I'll slide this outward, hinge this out, and bring this around like that. And just kind of leave it there for now. This you want to kind of leave alone for now because it's actually easier to do it later, weirdly enough. Back here, this is what I was going to get at, but you want to take this is on double hinge. You see that? You want to fold it in on that hinge like that, and this will then line up. There's slots right here on the outside of that, and there's tabs right here. You want to get those lined up and squeeze those in because these are also on see this. You can see these are on little things, and they just come undone probably. But yeah, you're supposed to slide them out. But they often do it themselves anyway. Yeah, slide those out. Then you collapse this in, and then you slide them back in and tap them back into the rear of the canopy. That all tab together, and that will hold in place. And yeah, you want the canopy more or less looking like that. Probably kind of have to adjust it a couple times, but yeah, just get that up and out of the way. Now, I'm gonna go ahead and get this up a bit because at this point now you can kind of start standing it up. Now, right here, what you want to do is up here, you want to slide these out, rotate them both 180 like that, and then get these panels open and the piston gun out, and then close those back up. Then go ahead and split them apart. Split this apart. This, go ahead here and get that up out of the way, and move it out and bring them down. That. And then you can go ahead and move this part around. That makes it a lot easier rather than doing it earlier. Now, here what you want to do is the head. The head here, you want to go ahead and move that forward or back like this, and then just right here about where the this little bump is, push up there, and that will unhinge that. Slide the head through, and then rotate it up around on this little hinge right here, and then bring it back down and clip that all back into place. Right here, this you want to unclip the windshield from the hood, bring it in, and then go ahead and right here you see that there's a little slider here. You want to go ahead and bring that back a little bit and slide that down on that slider all the way, and then this right here, this will tab into the little slot right there, like that. Go ahead and bring those arms down and out of the way a little bit. Right here, this is also hinged, so you want to hinge that down a bit. Okay, now back here in the backpack, you want to go ahead and there's a little flap in here. You want to untab this flap and collapse those in like this, like that. Now see these two little notches right here. There's little, you see those? Yeah, those little tab things. They're gonna go up into here. You see those little holes? Yeah, they're gonna go up into there. And there's a good chance things are gonna kind of somewhat come undone while you're doing that. So you're gonna have to make sure they come up all the way up. And those little tab slot things, notches, whatever you want to call them. Make sure they come up all the way, or at least as much as they'll go. Had it kind of catch sometimes. One of them's a little higher than the other. Come on. Come on. Get up in there. Yeah, get those up in there, and then right here there's a couple tabs which will go in those little slots right here. That. Almost done. Just couple little cleanup bits. Bring this up and go ahead and close up the gun piece. Just close that up like that. And position that however you want. Then bring this up and around and fold this down like this. And finally, take the gun here, and what you're supposed to do is just kind of rotate this, kind of spin it out. It kind of helps a little bit. You don't really need to spin it, but it helps a little bit. Spin that out, and yep, there you go. That's Trailbreaker in his robot mode. Yeah, make sure with the backpack, because if you don't do that right, you're wrong. People laugh at you behind your back. There's your robot mode. There's actually one last thing I almost forgot about it, which is this right here. You want to slide this back in. The gun, the rifle, back shoulder gun. You want to slide that back in. Then you're done. Almost always forget about that part. Yeah, just slide that back in, and then you're done. So yeah, you take it back to vehicle mode. Yeah, go ahead and slide that out now so you don't forget. Then take this piece and fold that up, and take this, and there's a little notch right here usually, and take that and unfold the gun and just get that ready. Take this and rotate this back in like that. Push that back in, rotate it, / rotate, yeah, that whole thing. Right here, untab the backpack right there on the back right here, and untab it from up here too. And then bring this up and back like so. And take these pieces and rotate those and peg those in like that. Pick those back in. Now right here you want to untab this part like that, and then fold that back up, slide the windshield back out till it clicks, and then bring it up and kind of latch it back onto the hood like that. It'll hold. So this part you want to go ahead and then push up right here in the middle on this platform again to lift this head panel platform. Rotate the head on this hinge right like so, then push it back, feed it back through, and close that up like that. Then take the head here and push it up flat up against the windshield like so. Now the arms you want to go ahead and rotate them down like that, and this part you want to hear, it's the gun part right here. You want to go ahead and feed it through right now. Just kind of get it up and out of the way like that. Now this, then yeah, get the backpack out of the way. Right here, then you want to go ahead and rotate here, and then rotate there. Rotate here, and rotate there. Get those flush against each other. Like that. Now, up here, you want to again open up the panels on the forearms and rotate those in. Like so. Rotate it in, close that up again. And then rotate this around 180 for each forearm, and then collapse it in like that. Now, this part right here, this part right here, go ahead and yeah, again, hinge that out and rotate this up. So, lay it flat against the arm, kind of have it like this, and then push it back in. And have a position like this, and this one you want to have positioned more or less like that. Just kind of have them flush against the arm like that, and yeah, make sure the arms are nice and held together and stuff. Now back here at the canopy, I'm going to go ahead and untab these and yeah, the sides, and untab them and slide them out. So we'll yeah, untab them and slide them out like that, and then go ahead and rotate that up a bit and rotate this panel, get the hinge back to where it's supposed to be for truck mode like this, and then get that up. So you can go ahead, and these panels you want to go ahead and unfold those. Then go ahead and slide these back in. Now make sure it's in the truck mode configuration like that. Yep. Make sure this is all seated properly. Yep. And then this is why I like to go ahead and bring this down, tab this in right here. It actually makes things weirdly easier later on. Doing it in a slightly different order than going from truck mode to robot mode actually makes it a little easier. Now, Right here, this hinge, you want to go ahead and yeah, collapse this. Again, this hinge right here, you want to collapse this in like that. So it'll be sitting like so. Make sure the gun and stuff are seated properly, because if they're not, they'll interfere with stuff. Make sure those are all, because they'll come undone sometimes. And make sure it's all seated properly and tabbed in, and otherwise it's going to be unpleasant down the line. Now, once that's all squared away, the doors, you want to go ahead and untab those and bring those up and rotate those around. And rotate it right here at this hinge, and then fold out the window. Rotate that again and slide it in right here. There's a little slider joint. Slide that in and close it up, and you can go ahead and peg that in right here, like so. Make sure that's all squared away. And same thing on this side. Untab that, bring it up and like this. Rotate this around right here. Rotate it here. Bring out the, hold out the window. Slide it on that hinge and rotate it up and bring it in, and go ahead and peg it to the back part like so. And make sure it's all lined up and whatnot. There's that. Now, down here, feet, I'm going to go ahead and again rotate at the red part right there, 180 degrees. Make her go so on the inside. Go ahead and tab it back together right there. Rotate the heels up like that. Bring the feet down. And then back here, of course, untab these panels and bring them up. Bring those up. Tab these panels. Go ahead and bring out the wheels like so. Like that. Then slide the shins up. Like that. Make sure they're all the way up. And then you can close up these panels like that in the new tab slots. And then take the tabs on the wheels and put them into those slots right there. Like that and like that. Now go ahead and push these bits in. They might have to resist a lot, but don't worry, it's fine. Just push those on tab and go on tab and push all the way in. And then take the feet and push those up, and then take the toes and push those up like so. And there you go. Up here, I'm going to go ahead and take the wheels and bring them around, and they'll kind of tab into the waist right there. Now, right here, this will kind of feed, this right here will kind of feed in this area, and you got to get this up and around. So there's like multiple hinges up here, and you got to feed this in properly, or else it's not going to line up properly. And you want to feed that up and in. Back here, you want to make sure to, there's clearance. Come on. There's always something up here that catches. There we go. Cut. Yeah. Push that up. Yeah. Make sure, yeah, to flare out the sides of the truck a little bit so that you can bring it up further. Bring that up and then tab it in right here on the sides. So, then make sure to take the back canopy here and tab that into the back. Like that. Make sure, yeah, give it all a good push too, just to make sure it's all actually in place. Now, of course, up here, take this, the grill, and slide that down. Open up the hood. Unless, of course, you're doing the cartoon thing, which you can ignore this last few steps. Open that up. So, and there's a little notch here on that, so you can get your fingernail on that and bring out the mirrors. Bring those out. Bring the hood back down. Close that up. And then slide this back up, and there you go. He's now back in truck mode. Again, not the most complicated transformation. The only thing would be like watch out for is I think that the instructions don't make it clear that you can do this at a different time. Make that little silver gun thing, the square one, you could do a different time, makes it a little easier. And this one, they don't make it clear there's a hinge on there that you can move. But other than that, I feel like it's a pretty straightforward transformation, and it's also easy to kind of not have this collapse correctly. But it's a pretty straightforward transformation. But there you go if you needed help at all. So that's it for this. I hope I found it informative. I hope you check out the review, and I shall see you then.